Hey everyone, it's Evie B from HMSDaily.com. Welcome to a new edition of the Nintendo NX concept videos. Like in the previous videos, the discussion will revolve around the potential possibilities of the much rumoured Nintendo NX games console and handheld games controller. If you haven't seen the previous videos, then please check them out as it helps to keep the topic of this video in context. Just a reminder, these concepts are designed to illustrate the potential possibilities that the Nintendo NX system could offer. So over the past few days, snippets of information has started to surface on the net in relation to the Nintendo NX. It's been reported that a company called Macronix will be providing the memory products for Nintendo's up-and-coming system. And this feeds into some of my thinking about the Nintendo NX as a whole. One of the things that's not being highlighted in these reports is that Macronix also works in partnership with Nintendo and SanDisk to develop the Nintendo's game cards, also known as the 3DS game cartridges. It's become more than just a possibility that there will be a handheld part to the system, so it would be a safe bet to speculate that the NX game controller or handheld supports cartridges, which for the remainder of this video will be referred to as game cards. And since the handheld or controller supports game cards, it's more than likely that the home console will support them too. So in this video, I wanted to look at the potential benefits of using these game cards outside of its size and form factor that many may have overlooked. If SanDisk continues its partnership in the development of Nintendo games cards, then it's quite possible that the next generation of games cards will continue to be based on their flashcard technology. The technological advancements over its predecessor, the Nintendo 3DS game cards, would allow for the manufacture of the new Nintendo NX game cards that possess larger storage capacity with faster seek and read times. I recently read that third-party games this generation are reaching close to the 50GB limits of the current PS4 and Xbox One's Blu-ray discs. So the storage capacity of the Nintendo game card would have to be considerably higher than the maximum capacity of the 3DS, which for information purposes was 8GB. So our best guess for the new Nintendo game card's memory size in gigabytes would be in the range of 16, 32, 64, with the maximum being 128. Based on the fall in prices of memory and the mass production powers that Nintendo wields, looking at the range available, even the 120GB game card could be delivered at a cost-effective price. I would also like to note that I did not account for any compression technique software that Nintendo usually applies to their hardware, so the memory footprint of the game card could be possibly much lower. But I'm going to stick with my original memory size assumptions for the remainder of this video, because I want to look at what possible options these game cards could deliver to take gaming forwards. Outside of its fast seek and read times, game cards possess the possibility of another function. They can also be written to. Now I just want to demonstrate how I think this could impact you, the users. In the following example, we're going to use a third-party game to demonstrate my thinking and show how these game cards could work in a manner that's beneficial to the system. Now imagine your NX handheld or console's hard drive was nearly full, and just at this point you get a notification telling you that the next download is now available. You check the internal memory space on your device and it indicates that there's just about enough space for the download. Since we are using this new generation of game card technology, you can now be presented with 4 options. The first being to utilize the remainder of the internal memory and store the update there. The downside being you run out of storage space and have to store any new files somewhere else. The second delivers a brand new option, which allows you, the user, to store the update on the writable portion of the game card instead of on the internal memory. The data would then be linked to your account and can only be accessed by you. I would also like to note that updates or content can only be stored on game cards of the same game. The third option is similar to the second, but with one exception. The content is not tied to your account. Instead, the stored content is only unlocked if your account meets the right criteria. Therefore, any account with the right criteria can download and store the additional data from the game card. So here's an example of what I mean. If the content can only be unlocked by a premium Nintendo Network ID, then any user with a valid premium ID can access the content. We can go a step further by also stating that if your friend has already downloaded the data on their game card and your Nintendo Network ID is a valid premium account, then you can simply pop their game card into your device and download the additional data from there. The fourth and final option ties the content to the game card. And again, only content that relates to the core game can be stored on the same game card. Now, what this means for you, the user, is ownership of the content or update in the same way you own the game card. No network ID validation is required. You can access the content on any system as long as you physically have the game card plugged in. The only downside to this method is that you cannot re-download this content to any system or other game cards. Please let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Would you like the content to be linked to your account? Would you want to store the additional content on the game card or on the device? Would you want to own the content, giving you the right to sell it unlocked? Would you like a mixture of these features or none of the above? If there are any other features that you would like to see that's not been stated, let us know in the comment section. The series will continue the exploration of the NX game controller concept, the NX home console, hardware, and any potential NX game content, so look out for those. I will try and create more rendered images in relation to the Nintendo NX to support the discussion and placing the links and high-res images in the description below. You can check them out at The Collective on www.hmsdaily.com. And for those who want to use any of the images for their own channel or discussions, you can do so, but please credit me and the HMS Daily website. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Evie B for any announcements. The link is also in the description. Please like, subscribe and comment on my videos, as your feedback will help me produce more content. If you like what you've seen, want to be notified when the next video goes live, or just want to get involved in the discussion, click the subscribe button and feel free to leave me a comment below. Thank you again for watching my videos. I'm Evie B from HMSDaily.com and I'm signing out.